What's up, guys? It is July 1st and I'm heading to the farm today. The goal today is get all of my access flagged and a food plot flagged out. So in a couple weeks here, we're gonna have heavy equipment out there mulching out food plots and mulching out access trails. So in order to do that, I'm just gonna hang ribbon, keep that machine moving, and kind of establish just a straight line and make sure we have good access. So we're going to take you along just kind of the things that I use while doing this single-handedly, and yeah, we'll show you how we do it. All right, guys, we are in the timber here. I'm just marking out trails. This can be challenging by yourself, getting it as straight as possible, but that's all I got to work with today. I got to get this done. But basically what I'm doing is I'm ribboning just a straight line. I'm using Onyx and I'm using an actual GPS here. I'm staying on the coordinates. I don't know if you can see the ribbon beyond that, but pretty much if I look back and I can't see ribbon, then I'm putting up more ribbon. I want my operator to see that at all times and just make his job easy. So yeah, we're just taking, 10-20 yards at a time. As you can see, it's super thick in here, so it can be challenging for sure, but bugs are bad. It's freaking July and we're getting after it. So hopefully we can get a handful of trails done, ribboned off in a food plot, and I'd call her a successful day. All right, guys, we are all wrapped up down here by the river. It's kind of low, not really flowing quick, but peaceful for sure. But I just wanted to show you guys the setup I just trailed in here. So I'm basically gonna use this river access to access this blind here on a food plot that I'm gonna call the river plot. I like this because I can hunt it on almost any wind except an east wind. I can't hunt it when the wind's blowing like this. But I can sneak down here. I can use the river, one, for cover noise, and two, for scent. But basically I just take this river bottom here coming all the way up and then sneak up. I'm gonna trim all this out here so it's a clean entrance. Well, I'm gonna sneak right up in here, and this is where I got staked out, right from somewhere in here to about there. It's pretty flat in here for a blind, and it'll basically be overlooking this entire food plot, which is not planted yet obviously, but we got access coming from the back side that I just flagged out, and you wrap around and come down the river, and then up top all those deer hopefully will come out either from the bottom that way and feed through here, and then go up the bluff and hit the biggest food plot we got up top called the west plot. That'll be kind of a destination plot, but yeah, I really like this spot here. It's freaking awesome. I think this spot's gonna produce. I like the access, and man, it's just such a secluded little plot here, and there's never food in here, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm excited to see what shows up on this property, but I am done for the day. I'm calling it a day. That was probably about 3.5-4 hours worth of work. I think I bought these on Amazon, and I think I went through 4 rolls today, and I didn't do one little spur that I need to get flagged off going into a food plot to get equipment in there, but I think I'll just bring the equipment operator in there once he's out here. But yeah, it's July 15th, and today is the day that we go and we are cutting in our access trails at the farm. We're doing food plots today with Superior Land Management. I'm loading up here. I'm gonna be following him with this chainsaw and just dropping trees as he goes. It's kind of a crappy day out. I was hoping for nicer weather, but it is kind of cool. It's a little wet out, so hopefully that doesn't delay operations, but I'm a little tired. I just got off work. Got like 4 hours of sleep last night, but we're burning the midnight oil today and we're gonna go hammer out. So we're gonna bring you guys along. This is a big project for me, and should be a couple days worth, and I'm super excited to see what it looks like when we're all done. So let's hop in the truck and drive an hour to the farm. Guys, we are out at the farm here. This is Nick from Superior Land Management, and he is going to be cutting in access trails today. Yep. Food plots, and we're going to move some blinds around and basically just be able to get in and out clean with a side-by-side. It's about, what did you say, 6 feet? 6 feet. 6 feet-ish wide. And Nick is local. You are the new owner of Superior Land Management. Willing to travel. So give them a call if you are in the greater northern Wisconsin, northern Minnesota area. Lots of options. We got mulching, food plots, Harley rake, tractor access, no-till, drill, all the above. So if you're looking to improve your land, give these guys a call. They are top-notch. I mean, just looking at their equipment here, it's freaking beautiful machines. So we're gonna take you guys along. Nick and I are gonna go walk and kind of go over the ribboned out areas, and yeah, we'll take you along for today. All right, we're like probably 50 yards in, and this machine is insane. It's about noon. I think we're about 2.5 hours in roughly. And man, we got some freaking gnarly rain. I'll tell you what, I thought our day was done, but Nick disagreed. He said he could get her done, and he has. So a couple dicey spots. We're definitely on like a bluff here. So we kind of circled back around where we originally came out and then came down to the bottom, down at the river here. And then he kind of shot up, going straight up this direction, and he's, I don't know, 30-40 yards probably where he left off of. And then this is kind of just rough cutting it in here. Obviously, like, this is all going to be cleaned up when it comes back out and kind of does a finishing touch on it. But yeah, as you can see, it got kind of dicey right here. We're on a big hill here. Probably hard to see in the video, but just coming down here. Oops. But we got it done. I don't know how far we're gonna get today, honestly. I think if this rain lets up, he would for sure be done with all access today. No doubt. It's going pretty quick. I mean, he's got a heck of a machine, which speeds things up. I mean, thunder and lightning is still going on, but yeah, honestly, I thought we'd be done, but we're not. So you call him, he's gonna do the work, rain or shine, if possible. So the nice thing is with mulching like this, you get all the wood chips and create somewhat of a traction. Plus he's got tracks and not tires, so that helps too. But yeah, buddy, you know, I figured with my luck it was gonna rain, and when it rained, it downpoured. So it is what it is, can't control it. Just keep hammering it out. All right, guys, we're pretty much set on the north side of the farm for access. As you can see, there's a road right there. So basically I had Nick come in and cut all of this, and all of this is going to be switched in with switchgrass, and it's just going to be screened so you can't see the road, even though, like, topography wise, You can't see a whole lot out there anyways, just because of the topography and the undulation, but this will all be switchgrass next year. This year obviously not happening, just because it's June 15th. Sorry, July 15th. I'm just gonna take you through here. So far what we got accomplished today, I should say Nick got accomplished, because I was pretty much the foreman helping him guide on the trails, but he did all the work. Excellent job. We got about a 10-foot, maybe 15-foot radius here in front of us. So it'll be switched in here, screening the woods, screening this whole field. And then we'll be able to sneak across of it and come into this plot here. At first I was kind of skeptical because it's such a big field and I only own like a 1/10 of it, but I think I own the best part because of how well it's secluded on here. You kind of wrap around here and it tucks back, as you can see, around here, and then going straight across to the ribbon there. This will all be switched till probably that first tree, probably about 20 feet wide. And this is all cut down. We're gonna probably rake it tomorrow and prepare to plant hopefully next week. We'll see, but that's all done. And then all the access on the north side going east is all cut in. We're working on the south side going east so I can get access down to the river plot. I'm really excited about that spot. It's just so secluded. There's no foot traffic, nothing down there, no houses nearby, and it's a pretty stealthy entry and exit. So I'm looking forward to that, seeing how that's done. We're about done for the day. At least I am. I gotta run home. Nick's gonna finish up in the woods, but I'm just really super impressed with Nick and his crew, man. Like, he just was super knowledgeable. I didn't really have to do much. I did ribbon it off for him beforehand just to keep him moving a little quicker, but man, I just told him to shoot for the ribbon and he did, and you know, kept the oaks up, kept good trees up, skirted around them. He had onyx running the whole time in his skiddy. It just makes things a lot easier on both of us, but it also gives me like peace of mind. Like, I know a hunter is doing this project for me, so I know he's thinking the same kind of stuff I am, which helps a lot, honestly. Especially if you're up here in northern Wisconsin, northern Minnesota. You just don't have a lot of deer hunters that think that way, managing land to the full potential. So I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate Superior Land Management coming out and taking on this project. So seriously, if you guys excuse me, if you guys need help with any sort of projects like this, give them a call. Like, they are super affordable and they do work quick. I mean, it rained all day today and it's going to start raining here shortly, and we got freaking 2/3 of it done, so we're doing pretty good. It's coming along. It's going to keep pushing forward, and we'll be back here in the morning with Nick and Superior Land Management, and kind of just finishing up here a couple days of work and then coming back out with Josh and Alex. So should be fun. Looking forward to it. Today was a really good day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, just got to the farm. Freaking beautiful day out. Not a cloud in the sky, but it's still pretty wet out. But if you remember when we launched the farm series, we went down and did some soil samples on these food plots. And if you remember, I talked about how the river plot was going to be one of my favorites, and we just opened it up last time we were here. Nick took his skiddy in here and completely mowed everything down, got rid of some trees, and I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like here. So this is the new river plot. There used to be a blind, really old blind, tucked in there. I just had Nick push it over, push it in the brush there. But yeah, this is such an awesome spot. Looks awesome right now. The blind is gonna go, where is it? Right there in this corner here. When we get that set up, it'll be tucked in that brush here right by the ribbon. I might even put it maybe just a tad bit over here. But we have an apple tree right here, already producing. I don't know when they'll drop or what kind of apples they are, but pretty nice to have that already established. All right guys, here with Josh, Whitetail Design and Build. Walk me through what we're doing.
So we're going to start, Jeremy's got a good start on his food plots. We're going to start connecting everything with travel corridors. So he's already went ahead and he picked out his trees, he ribboned those. So we're going to go back and start at his tree. And from there, we're going to determine where we want that travel corridor, where we want that mock scrape off of that tree. And then we're literally just going to go from tree stand to tree stand, connect it with cutting in the travel corridors. He's got enough of a stem count here. We could pretty much do it with a walk behind brush mower. There's going to be some chainsaw work, but but it's going to be pretty easy habitat to manipulate in that regard.
Freaking beautiful day.
Yeah.
Northern Wisconsin, baby.
Yep.
All right, we're going to go pick out the tree. Well, we already got it picked out. We're going to head to that tree and then work backwards, grab the mower, and head south to the river plot.
Yep, and then I'll just keep chasing you. You can keep flagging, I'll keep chasing you.
Sounds good, dude.
Cool.
Let's do it. So basically, Josh is up. You were out in May, I think, when you and I looked at this property and kind of designed a plan then. You sent it over, and then I brought Josh back up, and we're doing travel corridors, mock scrapes, and we're just kind of chipping away at other trees that are kind of problematic in certain spots. So a little bit of TSI, but mostly we're focused on travel corridors and mock scrapes.
Yep.
And then just confirming like tree stand locations, blind locations, you know, something we might have missed back in May where we're going to adjust the plan just a little bit. Nick's out here with Superior Land Management, cutting in access trails, cutting in a new food plot. But today, basically, you know, I could have done this myself. I don't know if I would have gotten to it though this year. I mean, it's by yourself solo, it can take some time obviously, but like when I'm ahead of you using the chainsaw, cutting, it just keeps Josh moving. It just goes probably 2 times as fast, I would imagine.
Yeah, and we're really just kind of taking everything that's here and, you know, with the food plots, how the deer want to travel, and we're connecting it all with the travel corridors. That's basically what we're working on, which is a fancy name for a man-made deer trail. Basically, we're establishing where these tree stands need to go based off of habitat features, based off of relation to food, and then we're in essence just clearing a trail for the deer 20 yards, 25 yards from the bow stand, which then in return is going to connect everything, food plots to bedding areas, to mock scrapes, to water holes, give them deer, you know, a predictable path to travel through the property. And, and then that predictable travel leads to predictable opportunities and good hunting for years to come. Yeah, and for sure, like the travel corridors aren't, you know, we're not saying they're going to use them 100% of the time. No. They're just there to steer the movement. You know, we've taken deer trails that already exist and just steered them a different way to get to that tree where we're going to have a stand at. So yeah, and really picking up them deer trails and following them as much as we can until the deer trail starts going where we don't want it to go, and then it's as simple as blocking off that deer trail, creating a new one for them to follow. So But yeah, you're giving them a opportunity, the path of least resistance, to travel the property in a manner that's efficient for them and predictable for you from a hunting standpoint.
And even like, we want to bring this to you guys too, to show you, like, if you do get a plan from like Josh, or you know, you have a plan in place. I mean, we've been out here, I think this is day 1, but we're going to be out here for 2 days.
Yeah.
And you can get a lot done in 2 days, like an immaculate amount of work.
Yeah, I mean, for perspective, I mean, you know, Nick's been out here, and you figure in a couple days he's going to have new plot cleared, old ones cleaned up, access roads in. That's going to take Nick 2-3 days, and really, for perspective, 40 acres. Within 2 days, we'll have the travel corridors done on this property, to the point where it's just a matter of, you know, hanging stands, putting in mocks and cameras, and then waiting for season. It doesn't take, you know, months and years to get the stuff done. Within a matter of, you closed 3 weeks ago, and with a matter of a month, this property's transformed. It's going to hunt a lot better than it ever has. So
yeah, so let's get to the corridors, huh?
Sounds good.
All right. Alright guys, day 2,
End of day 2.
done. It is 9:20 and we just got back to the truck. What did we put in? Probably at least 12 hours today?
Yeah,
roughly
12 today, probably 10 yesterday. But the corridors are done. Like I told you, if we hit hard for 2 long days, I think we'd have them done, and we pretty much just finished them and actually hung a couple mocks.
Yep.
So but
we definitely dropped a lot of timber too.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, blocking off, you know, old trails that we didn't want them to use, blocking off stands as well, the downwind side, if you will. But yeah, couple of long days, but boy, in the matter of a couple of days, the property really transformed.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's amazing what we did in a short amount of time, and it just goes to show what you can do in a short amount of time. If you, I mean, you can do this all yourself, but it's going to take you a lot more time. You know, especially if you get a buddy or somebody that knows what they're doing, or you hire somebody like Josh, and you know, time goes by quick when you're out here, but a lot gets done. So we're gonna wrap up and maybe go get a burger or something to eat. Yeah, get a, I think it's well, you got a longer drive, but I got a little bit of a drive. Yeah, I think the next plan, Nick's gonna come back out Wednesday next week, finish up Harley raking, opening up that food plot, I think we're gonna move the blind and maybe a couple small little things, and then seed in the ground, man. Stands up, cameras up, and we're rocking and rolling. So
it's coming quick.
Yeah, man. Well, hey dude, I appreciate it.
Absolutely,
man. So fun.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Josh and I always have a good time together and learn a lot from each other. I learn a lot from him mostly, but yeah. So if anybody wants to reach you, Whitetail Design Build.
Yep. WhitetailDesignBuild@gmail.com. Otherwise, hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. Website should be rolling within, you know, next 6 weeks, I hope. So
yeah, you post regularly, give tips and stuff and all that. So go follow him, and we will see you guys on the next video. What's going on, guys? It's July 21st. I'm out here on the river farm with my wife, and we're setting licking branches, mock scrapes. I think we set 3 or 4 today. 3. So we got 5 out total. I got like 4-ish more, 5 give or take. But what I'm doing here is I'm opening up the ground. We got our licking branch here suspended on paracord up top here. I think it's like a 1/4 inch paracord, and then the standard, I think it's 4 mil coming off the top. And just breaking up the ground. I'm using the secret sauce here, just giving her some spray. And then I probably will spray this once a month-ish, just kind of refreshing it when I'm out here. But this is just right off of a travel corridor, and then come this way. So deer will be moving here, and our tree stand will be right over there, about 20-ish yards. So sneak in the backside off the access road and good to go. So this is coming off of food going into bedding. So yeah, day of mock scrapes. We're only out here for a couple hours. We got to go pick up my daughter from daycare, and yeah, I'll be out here Wednesday. I got to work tomorrow, and then Superior Land Management is coming out and they will wrap up the project. So we will check in with you then.
Wrapping up all my farm projects for the year. This is probably the last bigger project other than overseeding with rye and oats and all that stuff. But as far as actual timber stuff and bigger project goes, this is it. So today we are installing the Banks Stump 3 360 blind. This is new this year. It's got windows across the entire thing, so I am super pumped to run that. That's going to go on the river plot. We're going to install that with Superior Land Management, and then we're also going to put in 2 new water holes. So yeah, that's kind of the main plan for today. I'm going to pick away at a couple little things here, but yeah, that's about it. So I'll bring you along today, August 13th. Season's here, boys, about 2 weeks. Let's do it. Here we got some pretty bare soil. I don't know, a fair amount of weeds coming in, but brassicas are growing. I think what I'm going to do down here is just spray clethodim, crop oil, and kill off the grass, and then let those brassicas do their thing. I mean, they're coming up. It's just I got some grass in there too, so not going to have the greatest food plots this year, one, but next year I got a big plan. So anyways, right here we got a mock scrape that Luke and I built. It's just a fence post. Took a drill bit, a bore, drilled in there, put the actual oak branch through, screw, should be good. And this is 20 yards off of one of the projects we did today. Me and Luke was the old owner of Superior Land Management. He's still working with Nick, but right here, boys, we got the Banks Stump 3 360. Picked this thing up down in Bloomer, Wisconsin from JP Outdoors. If you're looking for an awesome blind, especially Banks, give JP Outdoors a call. I have found they have had the best price. You pay Wisconsin tax, not Minnesota tax, which is what you want. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. So the 360 now, you can shoot out of the entire blind. So those smaller windows used to never be there. So it was just those longer vertical windows, but now there's a window in every section. I freaking man-powered all this stuff here, cut down some pines and some brush, piled it up there. I don't think it'll last, but it'll get by for now. I'm gonna drop some pines later, but for now we're screened in. Got clean access off the backside. We got an apple tree right here, dropping apples already. And yeah, so right now, next plan of attack, Luke's tilling up the top plot, which is our biggest food plot. That'll be done, and then we're gonna dig some water holes, get those buried, and then I'll have to come back and fill them at some point. But we're pretty much wrapping up, man. I mean, we got everything just about done and completed. This has been an awesome project this year. It's been about probably like 10 to 12 full days here. Some of those are half days, but I got a lot done on this property, you know, under a month. So, I mean, almost under 2 weeks. But as you can see, this is the river plot. I hope I can kill a good buck in here. It's very secluded. We got the river right off the backside here. And that's how I'm gonna cross, is just using a little mini kayak and getting access through the river. But I'm gonna head up top. I'm gonna go meet up with Luke, get this Tacticam up and running. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm already seeing some bucks hit, which has been cool. I'm seeing bucks hit in Minnesota. We got some big ones on camera. We got bucks hitting in Iowa. Haven't had anything crazy in Wisconsin, but still early. Right now I don't really mind being mid-August, so they'll be around. We'll get on them, boys. All right, we'll see you in a bit. August 15th, and I am headed out to the river farm. We got some rain in the forecast finally. It rained a little bit last night, not much, but tonight and tomorrow we're supposed to get like around an inch of rain, and this has been the most accumulative rain since the 3rd week of July, maybe, when I was battling rain every day out here with the skiddy. So I'm like freaking head over heels right now. I was kind of planning on doing a big day today. I was gonna try and get out to the river farm, get seed in the ground, and then run out to Minnesota and get some cameras out on public land, which I've not done. I've just put that on the back burner. Honestly, I'm not too worried about it. If I get out there, great. If not, it's gonna have to wait till September. I'm not planning on hunting early season. So, but yeah, it'd be nice to get it done. So I'm gonna try and do that and just spend the entire day doing deer stuff. My wife's taking my daughter up to our cabin at the lake, so I am pretty much got the free pass today, and I gotta work this weekend, so today's kind of my only day. I don't have the side-by-side with. I kind of show you guys what I'm planning on doing. If you don't have a ATV or UTV sprayer, or if you don't have access to one, I'm gonna do about almost an acre and a half worth today of spraying Gly and 2,4-D and just killing everything off. So it can definitely be done. I can show you some ways that I found helpful. There's other ways you can do it too. There's so many ways, but that's kind of the plan today. We got some overcast skies right now. I think it's gonna break here and get up to like 85, 90 degrees today, and then that really warm air is gonna push all this moisture up, and we're gonna get some thunderstorms. So fingers crossed, man. I'm throwing a Hail Mary. I'm planting the food plot that got cleared out. I call it the north plot. It was just pure woods. Superior Land Management went in there and just completely demolished it, opened up about 3/4 of an acre of food. This is a food plot I'm not hunting as of now. I might end up putting a blind in there in the years to come, but it's kind of hard to access, and it's just it's a good little plot, interior plot, and I have stands kind of all around it going to it. So yeah, this is like, you know, I'm starting from ground one. The other 2 plots are seeded. However, my destination plot, that's about a little over an acre, I think it's 1.25 acres, that has just been a freaking nightmare. So I'm gonna kill everything off today on that plot and reseed it. So I'll bring you along. We'll see you out there. Also, when spraying, try and cover your skin completely. I wear this respirator. I have long pants on, long sleeve, eye pro. I try and take all the precautions possible when spraying these chemicals. I try not do it more than a few times a year. So it is what it is. Hopefully I don't get cancer. All right, guys, just got done spraying. As you can see, there's not a whole lot to spray, so I'll flip the camera around here. Now, I know this is all gonna pop back up with weeds, so it is what it is. This was literally all timber. It looked like that, and now it's all opened up. A lot of these trees still need to get knocked down. We just ran out of time. Like, it just is what it is. So next year, this will be kind of the focus as far as just clearing all this out and getting all the junk off of it and making it look real nice. I'll probably plant this in buckwheat next year and just break up the soil. The soil is actually pretty decent in here. It tested good, but yeah, as you can see, I mean, there's a lot of oaks in here, which we left up. But yeah, it's kind of like an 8. It opens up back there, comes in, and then gets skinny right here, and then opens up again behind us. So I'm gonna seed this with rye, oats, and winter wheat. And this is literally, it's just gonna be a food plot. It's not gonna be hunted. Eventually, I'm thinking about putting a blind in this corner here. There's a ditch, kind of creek access down there that I could shoot up. I just got to really dial that in and figure out how I'm going to get back there. But yeah, that's the plan anyways. As you can see, it kind of dips down there, but if I could come up here and jump in a blind like somewhere in here, that'd kind of be the goal, but we'll see. But for now, can only do so much in a month, and I'm surprised this even got done, to be honest.
Oh, we're spilling, boys.
All right, guys, we are back up in the destination plot. I am gonna reseed this. So I'm pretty much parked dead center of the plot. So as it runs down the middle, this side is gonna be illicit from Domain. It's pretty much a turnip radish brassica blend. And then the other side behind me is gonna be 3-way grains with a perennial clover mix. I'm gonna leave half of it clover for summer food. If it takes off, we'll see, and then the rest will be oats, rye, and winter wheat. The middle section here was tilled up the other day. The remaining of it, that portion of it, he broke down his skiddy when he was tilling this whole field, so he actually had to come back and redo that. It's probably maybe 1/4 of an acre he didn't get to, but I seeded that the other day with rye. The dirt's just fresh, it's turned over, it hasn't been rained on, so it's been, I want to get seeding that right away. And now, since I had time today, I ran out here, and now I'm going to get seed in the ground due to the forecast. So we're going to get after it and get this all seeded up and then get the heck out of here. What's up, guys? It is August 19th. I'm headed out to the farm again. I only got about 4 hours or so, but I think this is kind of my like last day for projects. So we're filling water holes. We installed those the other day, as you guys saw. We'll be filling those today. I got it's like 200 gallons worth. And then I gotta put a chair in a blind. I gotta anchor the blind. I gotta get a couple cameras out. I gotta move one scrape that I want towards a different camera, shifting it probably like 50 yards, so not very far. And I think that's it. So bring you along today. Kind of got a cool little setup for filling water holes when you don't have water on your property. I'll show you guys that. And yeah, we got a lot of rain the last few days, which is good. Timed the rain right. Seeded Friday, as you guys saw, and got rain all weekend. So super excited to see the results of that here in a few weeks. But after today, the stage is set on the river farm. The only thing I have to do is fertilize, so that'll be in a couple weeks. But we're wrapping up. Busy August, busy probably mid to end of July, and the river farm's just about ready to go. So we'll check in with you guys when we hit the farm. Are at water hole number 1. I always put these in spots that I can get a side-by-side to. I don't have any water on this property that I can just fill this bladder up with, so I have to bring it from somewhere else, whether it's home or a buddy's house. Yeah, so you want to be able to get something in here, because obviously if you can't get a machine in here or a truck, you're kind of screwed. So we got here, this is the Banks Outdoors 100-gallon bladder. It's got an 1.5 inch hose and a valve here. And I'm gonna drop this tailgate and we're gonna fill this thing up. We got some rain, so already got some water in there. And yeah, oh, we go right here. That's how we fill the water holes. All it is a valve here. Turn it off. The one-way valve. And a big old bladder that's meant to fit in a side-by-side. I didn't strap it down because it wasn't going very far, but they do have these D-rings here that you can just run a strap through and strap it on the back there. They're not cheap, I will say that, but they're durable. It has the D-rings, and most of these bladders you can get on Amazon, the valve is never centered. It's always on the outsides, so I'm not able to actually, I'd have to spin this whole thing around, basically shift it like that, and then it would not fit on the side-by-side. So if you got a truck and you can get to your water holes that way, might not be a bad idea. I mean, they're like half the price, so, or a quarter of the price, but it is what it is. Pay for nice stuff, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna get this filled up. I'm gonna go put a camera up and then run out of here, go refill at a buddy's house, and then come back and do water hole number 2, and then probably go to the blind and get that anchored. So all right, so we're just wrapping up this spot here. This is stand number 6 is what I call this spot. So basically water hole here, and it's not on the trail, but mock scrape on the corridor, and then you can kind of see it here. That's the corridor, and it's off to the side, which is what you want. You don't want it right in the middle. So I got that there, which will set up. There's a stand in that oak right there, and I can jump in off the access trail, come in behind, sneak in, pop up there. And what I did here before I wrapped up, grab it and show you guys. So basically all I did here, you can see it's all dirt here because obviously it just got mulched, but also, you know, we were digging. So what I want to do, just to avoid any erosion or this washing, not away, but just washing out a little bit, threw down some hot chick. This is from Domain, and literally all I did was I just took my hand and throw and grow. I don't expect this to be a food plot by any means. All I want them to do is to come in here, maybe grab a bite, hit the water, get going down to the river plot or up to the destination plot. So literally just throw and grow, and stepped on it a little bit, ran it over with the side-by-side, and this will do wonders. So it should just soak up any moisture that, you know, if we get heavy rain or something like that. But yeah, this spot's good to go. I got a solar and a cell cam in here, and about, I'd say a third of the farm right where I'm at going down to the river. I do not want any more human access in here other than when I'm fertilizing the river plot. But we're kind of done down here. This is going to be a sanctuary. I don't want to come in here and have to change batteries mid-season or anything like that. So from now on, it's just going to be hunting it. Like I said, I'll be down here fertilizing the river plot. But yeah, so we're going to go up top and I'm going to go fill up this water tank bladder and fill up the next water hole. We'll see you up there. All right, guys, we're all filled. We got water, thank God. I didn't think this was gonna happen this year, but basically, again, mock scrape, water hole off to the side, travel corridor, shooting up where the side-by-side is. This is a spot I can get a side-by-side into fairly easy. But yeah, this is, again, lower third of the farm. It's kind of in a hole. It comes off from bedding. And this is just literally the river coming all the way down here. So these bucks are going to run naturally. It's just a natural funnel. So I don't want to be in here anymore. That's why we have the Tacticam set up with the dual solar 3.0 and the cell booster. So now the last thing I'm going to do here, I know I talked about it, but I'm going to show you guys. So all I'm doing is taking this hot chick and I'm grabbing handfuls like that. I'm literally, all I'm doing is just throwing it out. Just to get some clover established. If it takes off, it takes off. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal. We'll have weeds anyways growing through here, and all I want to do is just pack this down with my feet and get stuff established. So if it does get wet in here, at least this clover should help soak it up. So I'm gonna get the rest of this thrown down and head back up. Kind of recap of what we did on the river farm this year. We cut in like 1,000 yards, maybe more, of access trails with a mulcher. That was a huge project. It was all timber and we got it all done thanks to Superior Land Management. We put in 3 food plots, the river plot, our destination plot, and our north micro plot. The north micro plot is kind of an interior kill plot. That had to all be mulched out too. That took a long time. That was a big project. Seeded, we spray, okay, we'll count one spray. I did spray like last week, so, but originally I didn't because I didn't have any time. We were working on other things, so, but I did get to it, late spray, so I got 1 kill hopefully, and seeded last week before the rain. So hopefully I struck out in July, I got no rain, I seeded, nothing germinated, it sucked. So it's set up, it is done. I'm so excited. Cameras are out. Cameras were kind of a struggle this year. I've never really hunted with no service and run cell cameras. I've been fortunate enough to hunt places with service, and the river farm has no service. So I had to get some cell boosters and play with the Tacticams and see what happens as far as like walking by cameras, seeing if I'm getting the photos, checking the statuses, all that stuff. So I think we got it all dialed. There are some dead spots where we're just gonna have to run non-cells, and it is what it is. So we found our sanctuaries. We made access, river access. So basically cut in, pass, going down to the river, taking a kayak, jetting north on the river, and then coming in on a couple stands there that are kind of our sanctuaries. One has a water hole. It just is a natural funnel and runs parallel to the river. So I'm excited to see those during the rut, but yeah, we're done, man. I'm excited, as if you can't tell. I owe some thank yous to a handful of people. First off, my wife. My wife has been so gracious and supportive of all this, has let me kind of cut me loose for, you know, 6 hours or so a day, and I've been able to come out here and get some stuff done. Superior Land Management obviously is a huge part of this. They were bulk of this project as far as equipment goes. Again, if you want to do this stuff, or you're doing a driveway, or you want a food plot cleared, or whatever it may be, give them a call. They're very reasonable. They do really good work. Their equipment is top notch. They can do anything. Give them a call. So thank you, Nick. Thank you, Luke. You guys were freaking awesome. Thank you to my buddy Tony. This isn't actually my trailer. My buddy Tony lives about 2 miles, and he's let me borrow this all summer. I got to get one next year. It just wasn't in the budget this year, but he's let me use this trailer. So without this trailer, that side-by-side, that cultipacker, all the spraying, none of that could get done. And I will say, having a side-by-side on a property like this saves you so much time. You can get so much more done. You're not walking all over the place. I've gotten my steps in for sure, but when I have the side-by-side, I get a lot more done, which is nice. So thank you, Tony, for letting me use your trailer. Thank you, Alex, for coming out here and doing some filming. Thank you, Luke. Luke came out here one day and helped me get a lot done. And last but not least, thank you, Josh Parent, Whitetail Design and Build. He designed this property. We worked kind of hand in hand, put our minds together. Josh was the bulk of the mindful stuff as far as designing whitetail habitat. He does really good work. He's very, very affordable and reasonable. He's learned from some of the best. He's been doing it for a long time. I'd say one of his mentors is Jeff Sturgis. Yeah, so if you're looking to maybe get a consultant done, or a consultation done, or talk to a consultant, call Josh. We'll link his stuff in the description below. So yeah, I think that's everybody. And if I forget, I am sorry. I owe you a thank you. I will buy all of you a beer at one point. So we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna head home, grab some grub, and thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more farm series, comment below. We can do specific stuff next year, like how to plant food plots. I am going to really hammer out food plots next year. I got big plans as far as planting beans. I'm going to experiment with that, fencing off crops, trying different stuff. So that's going to be my focus next year, is having tremendous food plots and get back to that. So, but yeah, if you want to kind of see like the how-tos, any advice, stuff like that, how to hang a mock scrape, anything, travel corridors, comment below. Let us know what you think of this series. We had a lot of fun doing it, and there will be more coming for sure. So last but not least, hit the like button, subscribe, check out our podcast. We got a lot of cool stuff coming, a lot of cool guests in the works, and also that have just been released. So head over there, go check that out. We go to North Dakota in 1 week. If this video has dropped, we may already be back from North Dakota and hopefully have some bucks on the ground. But thank you for watching. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.